Hi everybody, Ed D is here from Roland, and it is my pleasure to introduce you to the brand new Roland RD-2000. When we talk about RDs in the Roland family, RDs are very beloved because they started in 1986 with the RD-2000. And over the course of 30 years, we always strive to improve the playability through our action and also the sound technology in here. And the RD-2000 is not going to disappoint. First off, we went ahead and put the V-Piano engine in here. Nice killer action. I'll turn down my voice and play a little bit so you can hear because it's so noisy here at NAMM. Let's give it a quick listen. One thing about the V-pianos, if I let it ring out, it's going to decay naturally like an acoustic piano. And then plus, if I don't like that piano with the V-piano technology, you can go and edit different components of the piano and make it yours. Even so much so, you can go into the individual tuning of each note and really get in there. Maybe I'll make this section a little bit flat, maybe this one a little bit sharp and more percussive. So that's something that you get automatically in the RD-2000. That's one of the engines. Also on the V-piano side, it's complete polyphony, like a piano, so you can go ahead and lay in on it, and it's going to feel great, and you're never going to lose any notes. Let's talk about the next engine inside the RD-2000, and that is the Supernatural engine. Now, for this engine, I'm going to go ahead and show you some electric pianos, and I'll use this 1975 Pine EP. So let's give it a quick listen in here. One thing I've been kind of really thinking about with the electric pianos is at Roland we really strive to make the best sounds, and the electric piano on the RD is actually very clean. But when I was just discussing with one of my friends, when we meet an electric piano, organic piano in the wild, it's got some dirt, and sometimes our keyboards don't have that. Well, check this out. With the Supernatural engine, I can put that dirt in there. So I'll go into my tone design and my tone designer, and I'm going to go ahead and adjust the mechanical key on and key off, and kind of put the little bit of key off resonance. So it's going to sound more like an electric piano than you even realize. It's going to have some of that dirt in there. So let's check it out. I'm using the same sound, by the way, just made a couple little edits. If you listen, you can actually hear it sounds like it's hitting the key is bottoming out and hitting the cabinet. This is something that's really cool. So if you want in your RD using the Supernatural engine, you can have your electric piano as clean as you want, or have a little bit of clunky, like an organic one that you forgot you owned, and it's in the basement somewhere in Paris. Okay, so this is something that's really cool. So now let's go ahead and check out some of the old school pianos. Now, with the RD-2000, it's the 30-year anniversary of RDs, and so we put in some of the killer sounds of the RD-1000 in here. So I'll go over here, and let's have some fun and listen to some of the old school electric pianos that have their own life of their own. Let's check this out. Maybe an SAEP, and I'll do SAEP too. That is a beloved sound. You know, if you're doing any kind of wedding shows or you just want to have that old school vibe, you can. Now let's move on to something else. The RD-2000 now has the ability to layer or split 8 internal sounds or 8 external sounds. It's really easy. Or we can go ahead and mixture of the two, internal and external. So let's go ahead and layer a sound right now. So all I have to do is I go ahead and hit right here, and then I have my slider. So I'm going to bring in a string sound just by using the slider right here. So check this out. And if I want to edit that string sound, I'll just say, hey, number 2, and now I can go ahead and change it, whatever I want. If I want to add another sound, I'll go ahead and bring it in. Very easy. If I want to bring in an external sound, externals are green. If I want to switch it to internal, shift, and now I can just fill it up. And I can put them in any order that I want. You can just have a great time with it. So this is something that's totally fun. Now, speaking of external sounds, check this out. We have 1,100 internal sounds, tones, and then we can, when we do a layer, split or layer, be it internal or external, we can have 300 program sounds. And we also have another bank called a scene. Now, in the scene, I can go ahead and have my favorite tones, my favorite programs, or my favorite scenes, which include the different MIDI data from MIDI control data from our external. So check it out. Let's go ahead and do one now. So I'll come into here, and here we go, my scene. And I created one that's main stage, the main stage scene. If you look up on the screen, you can see that I have the mod wheels programmed to adjust the XY on the screen. So check this out right here. You see that? There you go. So we can go ahead and have the mod wheel adjust all of that right here very quickly. I can also go ahead and, in my keys, I programmed it to change patches. How cool is that? I never have to take my hand off the keyboard. Okay, so this is something that's real cool. And then I can also bring in the audio just with the slider. Okay. Now this is a very simple example, but we can go ahead and have an even a more complex example. Now the scene, this could be very beneficial to you because I can have a scene for main stage, but then if I switch over to Ableton Live, I can have another scene, and switch over to Native Instrument or any other program, I can have a scene, so that way every time I switch that program, I don't have to go in and reconfigure all my knobs and sliders. 8 knobs, 9 sliders, 2 mod wheels. So that's something that's real cool. Now let's go ahead and listen to the main stage into the RD-2000, because the RD-2000 also has USB MIDI and now USB audio. Very cool. So let's give it a listen now. I'll go ahead and start off with main stage, and then we'll slowly bring in my internal piano right here. So here we go. So that's a real quick way. Now, if I wanted to, I didn't have to put it in the mod wheel. I could have put it in the pedal. Really, really cool. So once again, closing out, the RD-2000, you're going to get the V-Piano engine with the full polyphony. You're going to get a brand new Action, the PHA 50 hybrid with the great ivory feel, the escapement, and the new wood sides to give you more stability. Supernatural sound engine, so you can really go in and program all those subtle nuances of your favorite sounds. The ability to split and layer 8 internal or 8 external or a combination of them, and then also the ability to go ahead and save it as a scene and use it in all your different software. And don't forget, the RD-2000 has USB MIDI as well as audio now. So if you guys have any questions, please hit up my friends over here on this video, and we'll talk to you later.